back in a daytime exclusive conversation with Judge Faith Jenkins Lattimore and Kenny Lattimore, opening up about the nightmare that turned their lives upside down just a few months ago when an onslaught of online lies nearly erased their truth. After months of silence, they have decided to not just talk about it, they are fighting back, launching their very own investigation to uncover the individuals or organizations behind these attacks. I want to show our audience there were 35 videos dropped in 30 days, each one filled with fake stories. Again, these are fake stories. Take a look.
According to Faith, Kenny's lies weren't just small omissions or misunderstandings. They were betrayals that shook her to her core. From emotional dishonesty to financial secrecy, the trust they once shared began to erode, revealing a foundation built on falsehoods. These weren't issues that could be resolved with therapy or time. They were wounds too deep to heal.
Wow. You are a former prosecutor. You know how to follow evidence. You started searching. Take me through that process, because it sounds like even like a fake voice.
Well, they were AI generated voices, some better than others. Some people had better voices than others. But they would combine videos like that and say that they had exclusive official court documents or that there had been judicial proceedings that they had exclusive access to, and then they would go from there. Initially, we weren't going to say anything because I thought these people are trying to force us to respond to them and bring more attention to this. They want this attention, we're not going to do it. When Google changed our status from married to divorce and linked these anonymous sources, I thought
there were links.
They linked these videos.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
They linked to these videos as their sources. Very disturbing. And I'll get into, what I'm talking to Google about now. So they linked these anonymous videos as their sources in reporting our marital status as divorced. That's when we decided we had to act. I was not about to go and put out a public statement on Instagram. That was not enough for me. I wanted to know who was behind the accounts because I knew their anonymity was their power. They were emboldened by the fact that people did not know who they were. And I knew if I could at least expose who these people are, it would do two things. One, it would show the world who they are and they would lose credibility instantly. And number two, it could possibly, because we are not the only ones. Right. So many people have been targeted like this. And when I saw that this was happening, I immediately knew, wait a minute, this happened to this person, that person. I knew it. I recognized it immediately. And I said, if we can expose who these people are and name them, it will be a deterrent for the future because somebody else is going to realize this anonymity veil can be pierced. Oh, people can find out who I am. Yes.
Okay, so we reached out to Google, which owns YouTube, and they said in the statement, our community guidelines lay out the rules for what's prohibited on YouTube, including harassment aimed at specific individuals. Even though Judge Faith Jenkins and Kenny Lattimore dismissed us from their lawsuit, we are undertaking an additional policy review of the content at the issue. We'll get to that in a second, because I want to go back to this investigation, because people believe in anonymity, they can say anything.
Right. Yes.
How did you begin to crack this? How did you said penetrate this?
So we hired our lawyer, Felton Newell, in Los Angeles, and we said we want to find out who's behind these accounts. That's the first thing we want to do. How do we do it? I'm of course in the legal field, but this is not my specialty. Right. This is an entire new world now with technology and YouTube and all these things. So we set about with the process. So we sent Google a subpoena. We filed a lawsuit. We sent Google a subpoena and we said, these are the accounts. This is defamation. These are lies. It's not the truth. We can't hold a ghost responsible. So who are the people behind the accounts? Right. So we asked for the information. To Google's credit, they sent us, and this is what I want people to understand. You think you're anonymous. They sent us names, addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, bank accounts. They sent us all of that information. So you think you're sitting at home behind a screen, but please understand, when it's time for Google to give up the information lawfully, they will do so.
And I should point this out, something you just said, they lawfully provided you the information. Kenny, you said some of the faces behind the account weren't mysterious hackers. These were everyday people.
Everyday people.
Yeah.
Could be your neighbor. And you're thinking, right next door, someone is living a life. They may have what we think is the normal routine of the day. And at the same time, you have one person who may be married.
No, he is married. You can tell him about the.
Yeah, there was a guy who was a husband, a father of three.
Yeah.
And these people follow a formula. And basically what's happening, it seems like one person sees someone do it, they copy it. So there's a formula.
Yeah.
There's show your 2 pictures. It's divorced or, cheating, slap it on. They create these videos and then they cash in.
They cash in, yeah.
The guy who started it is married with kids. His wife is an educator. I say he started it because when he launched the first 2 videos, they got views.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. People saw that, oh, this story is getting views, and then they started piling on.
So the lies brought the views brought the money, and they didn't care.
No, it's like a formula. It's a formula to just clickbait, make money, make you watch. If you watch for a certain period of time, even if you know it's not true, right. If you're looking at it for what you might think is entertainment, somebody's making money off of you.
When we come back, Faith and Kenny take their fight to the next level. They're demanding real change from tech giants and calling for new rules to protect everyone. And why I say everyone is what happened to them, we are all susceptible to. We're talking about that after the break.